Hi there, guys. Good evening from Dhaka, Bangladesh. 10 p.m. here. Sorry, I'm not well. 3 days I've been missing. Whole system is blocked due to severe cold and kind of like unwellness. So I was taking some rest. Hopefully, today's episodes will make up for it. Okay. So hopefully you can hear me. My voice is a little bit down. So is the whole system. Um, I have fragrance today. It's from House of Afnan, but there another line called Rue Broca. I reviewed few from this line, and I think there's Pride Intense, few of the other ones. So basically, it's an Afnan perfume, and fragrance is a very wonderful perfume. Okay, today we're going to reviewing. I don't know how to quite say it. I think it's Théorème, or some people Théorème. I don't know. Théorème, I guess Théorème. I don't know. Okay, you get it from the title. Please check it out. If you actually ever liked this fragrance, Bvlgari Tygar, and you wanted a budget version of it, I already reviewed. Think same Afnan Turati Blue, same house, but this is a different fragrance. But they kind of clone the same fragrance. So is it worthy looking at? And there are some reviewers who reviewed it, but I actually want to see this review on many big channels, like big reviewers who have good subscriber base for the number of years. Perhaps they should look at it. Then it will get the deserved love. So Afnan, Latafa, Ajmal, Rasasi, Armaf, many other houses, like they are picking up quite a few praises from the community. Especially the sales of these fragrances are crazy. When you review them, their views are crazy. I'll just tell you from my point of view. When I watch, let's say, something like Afnan's 9 p.m. or 9 a.m. dive, it got almost like 10,000 views. And I didn't do it quite long back. So when I do a designer fragrance or niche fragrance, I don't get anywhere near reviews like that. So interesting. They have a lot of interesting crowd, not only in our part of Asia, also in States or somewhere like UK, because people are leaning more towards these kind of houses because they are more value, great longevity, and presentation wise also great. So great use. So if we see this is a win or it's a redundant purchase if you already have Turati Blue. Okay, so this is a 90 ml box, and this has been reviewed. Please check out all the review. You get different opinions. A quite nice design going on the box. Okay, it's a 90 ml, and that's one thing I have a serious problem with. Why not 100 ml? Just give us 100 ml. That's one thing I find a fault of this fragrance. I tell you frankly, I do not like 90 mils. But then there are some 75 mils, so 100 ml is a standard. If they stick to it, it's great. You get that extra or the regular juice. The back looks like that, but really the presentation is very, very nice. I took out the bottle, and the bottle stays in there. I would say very secure packaging, much better than your typical paper presentation. This is hard cardboard, and to store it, if you want to give it to someone as a gift, it makes a good gift item because the packaging is kind of like a very, I would say, well built, well constructed, and this one actually also comes out very easy. So at the back you find some of the information, Rue Broca perfumes and cosmetics and all that, and this is UAE based. Okay, the bottle here, I'll tell you, when I saw the picture, I was not really like pumped up about it because the bottle doesn't look quite, up close, to be honest. In the pictures it looks kind of like budget perfume, like of 15-20 bucks, but this one is sold for I think around $25-30, not more than that. So this is cheaper than Turati Blue. Turati Blue is also 90 ml, so in a way this is cheaper but better value in terms of pricing. So it has this three types, like a three color combination. Dark blue here, nice cap. This is plastic chrome, and the see-through juice bottle gives you that kind of purplish juice color. The name of the fragrance, the in front and back looks like that. The Rue Broca name there. It's a fingerprint magnet. Base looks like that. But the thing is, when you hold it, to be honest, it feels more premium. It's kind of heavy, not as heavy as something like Hawas or anything, but got the cap, got good weight, not magnetic. It looks like that. So this whole part, it's kind of fingerprint magnet, becomes very dirty, and I don't bother wiping it anymore. Sprayers, okay. Let's spray some on my hand. It gives sort of mist. It's not very strong, like a shooter or something, but it gives like kind of like a cloud. The cap clicks onto place. You can pick it up. So bottle, good quality bottle when you hold it. So now let's talk about a little bit of Tygar by Bvlgari. When I went to buy this for the first time, this is one of my most expensive fragrances in my journey. I bought it like it was a crazy buy. The reason being I wanted it so bad. I smelled it, I went like crazy. So I got this for I think $280 or under $300, but overseas it's like $300-400. It's crazy expensive. And Bvlgari is a designer house, so it's considered as niche line up there. designer house, but I think pretty much Bvlgari, when you hear, you don't want to pay niche prices. And there's also Afternoon Swim by Louis Vuitton. That's also very expensive, similar to this. So what this is, those who did not try it, the Turati Blue, I compared with this, it was a pretty good buy. I would say Turati Blue makes more sense than Bvlgari Tygar. In terms of scent profile, they're quite similar, but Turati Blue has the blue, oceanic, more fresh vibe compared to this, but this one lasted longer than Turati Blue by double the time. It's a crazy beast mode. It goes away, it comes back, but the presentation on these are beautiful, but to each his own. But I felt this fragrance is way overpriced for what it is. But then again, if you have the money, you will not feel that way because you're wearing something very posh from this line. So Tygar is ultimate, original one is original, right? So compared to this, Turati Blue was a win for 35 odd dollars. It's a good fragrance, it's long lasting, gets good projection. How's this one? So when I tried this one, it was a total blind buy. I saw it in MMC Luxury Perfumes. They have been putting, a lot of this new fragrance releases or some of the old ones, but they have quite a few collection in their house. So I blind bought it. I said, ordered it. They sent it to me and I got it the next day. When I sprayed for the first time, my nose was like almost completely blocked. Okay. And I need assistance sometimes of coffee. I'm just giving you my current state so you'll understand. So I kind of smell this one, Vapor Rub, I don't know what it's called, Vicks, right? So when you smell this, your nose kind of opens for a while, or you have a nostril spray, it will open up, clear your system. So once the system got a little bit cleared up, I sprayed this and I went for evening walk. It was around 19 degrees in the evening. So it's not super cold, it's not super hot, it's somewhere in the medium. So I did not expect much presence or much push from this. Honestly speaking, I thought this was going to be weak. To my surprise, let me talk about a couple of days wearing. This one I sprayed quite generously, okay? And I did get excellent performance from this freshie. 6 to 7 hours plus on me, clothes and skin combined. So this already, it's a promising fragrance, okay? I'll compare this with Turati Blue in a bit, but when you talk about performance, this really surprised me. So performance on this stuff is pretty solid. 6 to 7 hours on the clothes if you're lucky, if you have no pollution or not really much smoke or dust, you'll get easily 7 to 8 hours from it. And this fragrance may perform even better in high heat and humidity in summers compared to winter. So very solid performance. I would say this and Turati Blue almost are equal in terms of performance, but Turati Blue is a tad bit darker compared to this. It bit more, how to say, Dylan Blue-ish. Dylan Blue has more presence, more sweetness. This feels like Aventus versus Aventus cologne, okay? This feels like cologne version of the Turati Blue. And Turati Blue has more sour, how do I say this? The grapefruit in Turati Blue and the oceanic note, it's a bit more sweeter compared to this, a bit more fresher. I feel this one has great grapefruit, a lot of lemon, zestiness. The sweetness is also very nice, but it's like a candied kind of lemon. Think of Mancera lemon lime, but much more smoother. Very beautiful opening. This one reminds me of Dior cologne, Dior Sport, those kind of fragrances. Bit of Hawas sometimes because of the light vibe from it, but it's extremely long lasting. That's really surprising because the scent profile of this stuff, when you smell it, you would expect not more than 2 to 3 hours. So in that way, it will surprise you. Performance is definitely one of the strong points of this stuff. And I would say, even though the bottle is kind of like average looking, don't bother about it. Try the fragrance, okay? If you find in local market, perhaps even cheaper in Saudi or Dubai, this is going to be cheaper. I think that's going to cost you around $20, perhaps not more than that. But in Bangladesh, our country, they pay taxes and import duties. So it's not going to be even more than 25 bucks, I think, okay? So $25 for this juice is beautiful. If you look at the packaging, no less than Latafa or Ajmal or any of the other perfumes. So projection is also pretty nice. When it's a little bit breezy, evening time when you walk, if I have some on my neck, when I move around, turn around, it really moves with me. So people can smell you. And warmer days, I think the fragrance will actually push more. Okay, so if you ever want a great projection, this is a great projection. But now the main question, if you already have Turati Blue or Bvlgari Tygar, do you need this? If you have Bvlgari Tygar, I am pretty sure you'll still need this. Do you know why? If you layer this with Bvlgari Tygar one spray, and you can wear this without any guilt free, because this one doesn't cost so much and you can save the sprays on Tygar. But if you actually heavy spray, you don't need heavy spraying with this, trust me. The grapefruit ISO is super and kind of ambroxan, kind of woody. This fragrance, you just one spray is beast mode. But with this, if you spray this, okay, like 4 or 5 sprays, like let's say some soldier around you, some generals, and then the big boss is tiger, this fragrance will have whole day covered, okay, 24 hours, okay. That's the magic of it. If you, even if you let's say you know, you want to layer this a little bit with like molecule O1 or eccentric O1, this stuff is going to become super beast mode, ultra beast mode. So that's the tiger. But if you already have Turati blue, perhaps this will come off a little bit redundant, even though they are not exactly same in the opening, but the dry down goes almost same, like 90% similar to Turati blue. So Afnan sort of did a smart thing, you know, they made Rue Broca line, and they, people, if they do not know, you know, in the market, they see totally two different bottles and name, they perhaps end up buying both, right? So that's a smart marketing by Afnan. But I would say if you don't have so much money to spend or too much shelf space, they will come off as redundant. If you already have Turati blue, that's a great performer, great fragrance, but I prefer the bottle and the presentation of this over Turati. Turati's base, I still have Turati brown, but the base is too small. It's kind of like wobbles a little bit. A kind of ugly bottle. I don't like the Turati blue. And then the bottle cap, you know, it's just a bit too, I mean, cheap looking, okay. But this one, when you hold it, it gives a bit more nice look. Or if you keep it in the shelf, it's a bit more up class compared to the Afnan one. But the juice quality, both are great. Both are amazing, amazing juice. But if you wanted like an aquatic, fresh, ozonic version with a mild spices, this one gives that kind of like a pink pepper, so something like the background violet leaves or pink pepper that gives the scent profile interesting. So it's kind of like a peppery, fresh grapefruit, okay. So pretty energetic, office, gym, anywhere it could cover. You can wait for the date. Trust me when I tell you one thing, Afnan, this perfume they made, okay, perhaps it will get forgotten, you know, like maybe people will be asking for, hey, I want something like, give us more like a, like this kind of tobacco rush. These are more high class, these are more darker, give us more like that. But actually those who live in hot, warmer climate, they will appreciate that more. That fragrance is strictly for winter. That one cannot be used all year, but this one you can use all year round. Even in the winter you can wear if you crave for freshies, okay. This one has great longevity like Dior Sauvage, something like that, okay. So I would say try it. It's a great fragrance. If you don't have Tiger, and those who never smell Bvlgari Tygar, you don't need that, okay. That's just crazy. I mean, the damage in your budget or the pocket is just too much for just the name of the presentation. It's just, for me, it hurts for me to say I recommend that to people. I do not recommend this to people. I love the juice. I'll tell you, I love this fragrance with no doubt, absolutely, because some of the fragrance I paid more, I don't mind because I loved it, I bought it. But price versus what you get, practically speaking, makes no sense. It's too expensive for what it is, as simple, okay. So I would say, if you never smell the Tiger, my recommendation, I tried them both. I tried Turati Blue, I tried this, so I can give you sort of like comparison based on my experience. Pretty solid stuff, okay. Give it a try. Even if you blind bought this, I will not think you'll hate it. But yeah, if you ask for a little bit of criticism, one thing, I don't like the 90 ml. Second thing, the bottle could have been like, let's say this one was magnetic cap, I would love it. But the another thing is, perhaps people say it's kind of boring, doesn't have so much change. It's like a consistent smell. It's just a freshness stays all day, but a little bit of citruses go away after half an hour or so. But really realistic grapefruit and lemon combination, very zesty burst, you know. I would even say, dare say, if you like ultra zest kind of fragrance, so this is gonna really pique your interest, minus the orange. So replace that orange with that lemon. That's what you get in this. Amazing fragrance, could be unisex. Ladies would love this. Safe fragrance for compliments, everything. It actually pushes. Warmer weather, this is gonna be a win. Okay, I'll review this again, full review on summers. Overall, Turati Blue and this both get 9 out of 10. Why? Because they're giving you 90 ml. If they give you 100 ml, I would give them 10 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching, and check out this fragrance. I think this is gonna be a big hit, and many big reviewers should review it. Take care. See you soon. Hopefully you could hear me. Bye bye.